Future's production is legendary, and the beats he gets from Metro, Zaytoven, and Southside changed music as we know it. However, there's one producer I've always wanted him to work with, and that's Wondagurl. In this video, we're going to look at why her production would suit Future so well, starting with her dark trap beats. As you can hear, the beat is based around this dark, ethnic vocal. Now, Future has used stuff like this before. However, the way Wondagurl flips samples would take things to another level. To start our beat, I found a vocal on Splice and washed it out with a reverb, tape effect, and EQ. After that, we needed to build some chords around it. She loves using gritty synths, like this Don Toliver song.
I know you can get comfortable with it. I hit the road and had a double of my digits.
I used motion harmonic to distort it and an EQ to take away some of the highs. Next, the sample needed more texture. A lot of Wondagurl's biggest songs like Antidote and Can't Say use guitars.
No, you can't save, I'm mad enough. Smoking hella weed, I'm on the alcohol.
However, again, she uses them in a unique way. So I copied our chords using a textured guitar one shot that has a halftime on it. Then I reversed it, leaving us with this. After that, I used another guitar with a different arpeggiated melody. Wondagurl did the same on one of the few songs she actually has with Future. I used a harmonizer, room reverb, and compressor to give it that vintage texture. And finally, for the melody, I added 2 synth accents for ear candy. Next, we're going to look at how Wondagurl flips samples and does her drums. This is definitely where her production stands out. First, she loves to chop her samples using Fruity Slicer, especially dark samples like this that aren't super melodic. You can even use the random button to come up with a pattern. Next, I added a rim. She loves to create unusual bounces by adding rolls, using panning, and shifting them off grid. Then I added the hi-hats. When Metro and others produce for Future, they tend to use 2-step patterns and the same sound over and over again. Wondagurl is much more intricate with hers. She uses contrasting sounds, so I added an acoustic and modern hi-hat, followed by a 2-step pattern with a really light sound. Next, I added some more percussion, again following the theme of contrast. Second to last, we have a hard kick. Make sure to boost it and keep your pattern spaced out. Wondagurl's original sound used long, heavy 808s, but as she's evolved, she started to use shorter, more Zay-style 808s as well. I used both to finish our beat, and I dropped in a Future acapella so you could hear just how good he'd sound on a Wondagurl beat. As well as her dark production, I'd love to hear Future get on one of Wondagurl's more melodic beats.
Speed fast, from the fly. Better yet, I know it jump. Yeah, I know it jump.
This is a super unique piece of production, and I wanted to start with the chords underneath. I used an analog style pad to get some dark yet melodic chords. Then I actually moved straight onto the bass. On Company, there are 2 combining with each other. First is a typical synth bass, and the other is a distorted 808. For the synth bass, I bounced it to audio and faded it in to create contrast with the harsh attack of the 808. Next, we had to fill the gaps with synths. On Company, these leads come in at very specific moments, so I first came up with this melody. Then reversed it and chopped it up, leaving us with this. And to finish off the melodic side of things, I chopped up some accents and vocals. Now let's take a look at Wondagurl's R&B style drums, with the perfect example being Bout Mine.
Feeling lost, feeling nervous, and I know I don't deserve this.
You can hear the acoustic drums as the foundation of the bounce, so I found this perk loop from my upcoming Layers vintage kit and combined it with an acoustic hi-hat. Then I added a modern hi-hat for contrast and an acoustic rim. Notice how the rim is hitting at half speed. It gives it a more soulful feeling and slows everything down. And finally, we have a kick, bounce snare, and open hat.
Thank you.